Hello students, I'm Miss Amber Chauhan and I'm here with your fourth video lesson of English Literature for class 10th. Our today's topic is professions. Since the beginning of the world, human beings have started to live in tribes and communities for a better and safer living. Due to the persistent needs and demands, people had begun to take up many professions and occupations, not only to earn their own living, but also to facilitate others by providing different kinds of services for a harmonious and peaceful environment. All around the world, there are two types of professions which are adopted by people. The first category is white collar jobs. It includes doctors, engineers, teachers, or in short, the people who are educated. The second category is blue collar jobs. They are adopted by those who are less educated or uneducated. These jobs include factory workers, street vendors, fishermen, etc. In today's lesson, we are going to discuss about two professions. The first is teaching and the second is fishing. First, we'll discuss about teaching. It is said, God writes His law on the hearts of men, and a teacher is the one who can read what He writes on the human hearts. Hence, a teacher is a reader par excellence, one who fulfills God's command expressed in the holy books. That's why the high status of the teacher requires them strive to be more and more worthy of it. A good teacher constantly develops his personal and professional qualities and abilities. Therefore, the people in the East have had always a very high regard for teachers. Now, here are some of the qualities of a good teacher. Number 1, he or she must love and appreciate the profession. Number 2, he or she must prefer the welfare and progress of the students. Number 3, he or she has respect for human beings. Number 4, he or she has thirst for acquiring knowledge. Number 5, he or she is dignified. Number 6, before teaching the students, he or she reads and learns the material first. And number 7, he or she tries his or her level best to incorporate the good qualities and good things in the life which he or she learns and teaches. Besides teaching, the other profession which we are going to discuss today is fishing. The rivers and oceans are full of fishes. This is not just a hobby, but a flourishing trade. Millions of people are engaged in fishing profession throughout the world. There are two modes of fishing done in Pakistan. They are inland or freshwater fishing and sea or marine fishing. First, we'll see what is inland or freshwater fishing. Freshwater fishes are caught from rivers, ponds, streams, lakes, and canals. This mode of fishing is done throughout the year. These fishes are tastier than sea fishes and are sold locally as well as in nearby towns. The second mode of fishing is sea or marine fishing. This mode of fishing is done in deep sea and only in the fishing season. Boats with proper equipments are required to go into deep water for fishing. These fishes are caught and sold locally as well as are exported. Now let's see what are the dangers of marine fishing in Pakistan. Marine fishing is done in the Arabian Sea along the coast in Pakistan. The fishermen go into deep water for fishing. Sometimes, when the weather turns rough, then the boats are at the mercy of storms against which they are quite helpless. In order to avoid such tragedies, the government has taken certain steps to improve the fish industry. The government of Pakistan is giving loans to the fishermen to buy bigger and better boats as well as good quality fishing nets. Weather station has been built to warn the boats about storms, and the fishermen are also provided wireless receivers to give and get information about sudden dangers they might face. The government of Pakistan has not only taken steps to safeguard the fishermen but also improve the fish industry. Fish harbors and fish markets are set up. Fisheries training institutes have been set up in Karachi, and Fisheries Technological Laboratory have also been established in Karachi. Now let's review today's lesson. In today's lesson, we have discussed about two different types of professions. The first profession is teaching, which tells us the worth and importance of a teacher. It also unfolds the good qualities of a teacher. The second profession is fishing, which tells us about different modes of fishing and where they are done. It also informs us about the risk factors involved in this work and how the government of Pakistan is facilitating the fishermen in different areas. I hope you have understood today's lesson clearly. Now here is your homework assignment, which is reference to the context. For doing this, you have to go through your textbooks thoroughly. These are the lines taken from your textbook. First, they ponder over the sacred writings which tell us the meaning of life and the way to live it fully. There are certain questions given on this which you have to answer in 2 or 3 sentences. First is, name the lesson and from which part of the lesson is it taken. Second, how does a teacher fulfills God's command? Third, describe at least 3 good qualities of a teacher in your own words. The second line for the reference to the context is, they stay at sea for days and even weeks and return with tons of fish. Question number 1 on this is, from which part of the lesson is it taken? Second, how many modes of fishing are there? Name them. And the third is, what are the dangers of marine fishing in Pakistan? Thanks for watching the video. Goodbye till we meet again with our next video lesson.